What's up? Mm. I am excited for USA versus Belgium. Barring any red card controversies, which kind of sucks it's happening, but I'm still excited to see us play, see how we do. Hoping for a win, of course. But if not a win, hopefully we show up and play good soccer. Hey now. But yeah, can't wait. And I believe that's at 8 EST, so I'm thinking 2.5, 3 hour stream here. See how much progress we make. But I really want to play around with Zig a little bit. It's been a minute. Not necessarily write Zig, but use Zig tool chains to build C++. See if I can get it to integrate with VC package manager, that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll thank you. The problem with the old theme and the old style was it was not made by an artist. So I wanted to be a little bit more legit and hire someone to do some art for the channel. And that is the result. I completely forgot to ask the artist to draw Trill in the background, so I totally should have done that. He's here. He was biting my hand a second ago. You have a failing SSD. That sucks. I hate when that happens. Especially, like, does anyone else run into this? I don't know if you guys make your own PCs or build your own PCs, but I build my own PCs. I would consider myself a PC enthusiast. Though recent times, price of RAM has made that a little difficult, so I haven't been able to do that as much. But one of the things you run into as a someone who builds their own PC is the random crashes, and you have no idea why. It could be a CPU overheating. It could be your RAM not seated correctly. It could be your graphics card overheating, or a faulty wire, or bad drivers, or a bad sector on a hard drive or a solid state drive, and having to like troubleshoot all that. Ugh. I'm trying to think. It's not this PC, but my other one. I got to a point where I basically replaced almost every component. The only thing that I haven't replaced is probably the CPU. Did I replace the CPU and the motherboard? I've replaced the RAM, the graphics card, the drives. Is that all there is these days? Man, I've been building computers for so long. There used to be so many more stuff you had to like plug in for all that to work. But yeah. Oh, I don't know where to start, guys. I don't know where to start. Hey, Kartik, how's it going? I'm pretty sure there's an extension that I can get. Or I already have? What's this saying? This extension is deprecated. Oh, crap! Oh, right here. Oh my god, Trill. We are not starting this right now. What are you doing? Want to say hi? Come here. No. Every time I move to get up, he like walks away because he knows he's got my attention. All right, an ad's running. I'm gonna go see if he wants food. Be right back. I mean, he had food. Maybe not a lot of it, but he had food. Zig in it. All right, so I have the extension. So I think the next thing I do is a build.zig. Cool. So, oh, there it goes. It's automatically installing Zig 0.16. That's cool. We recommend enabling ZLS server for a better editing experience. Sure. We have a .zig cache. I probably need to ignore that. .zig cache. Yeah, that sucks. Especially like when you're responsible for making sure everything works on your PC. It sucks when you end up with like a bad component. Especially like, oh man. I've been really lucky over the years. I've built, I don't know. I've probably built 1, 2, 3, 4. I built 4 or 5 PCs over the year, so I usually get a new PC like, I don't know, every 4 to 6 years, depending on where things are at. And I think I've only really ran into issues a year or two ago on the computer I was telling you about, and only after I've like been using it for 4 years, the components just started like failing one after another. First, the RAM went bad, did a memory test, found that I actually legit had bad RAM. Then random crashes started happening. Turns out, bad sectors on the drive. Had that tested, got that fixed. Then I started getting artifacting with my graphics. Turns out my graphics card was bad. Because one day, a few years back, I was playing, it might have been 7 Days to Die. Back when it was around COVID, actually, because I think it was pretty popular back then. And not 7 Days to Die. Dead by Daylight. I was playing Dead by Daylight, and I was playing during a thunderstorm, and lightning struck somewhere and surged through my apartment that I was living in, and sort of fried the graphics card, or at least it stopped working for HDMI. I could still plug in DisplayPort. Well, I held on to that graphics card and it finally went kaput. So I just keep having components die. And it's even more annoying when like you build a new computer, you buy all the components for your new computer, and they finally come in after weeks of waiting. You put it all together and it doesn't turn on. That's the worst feeling in the world. That's the crazy thing. I had a surge protector. It didn't do squat. Come here. Come on. Say hi. Hi. Say hi to chat. This cat is ridiculous. Alright. Go sit down, dude. Thanks, Ari, for the follow. Appreciate it. Thanks. I can't read your name. My old man eyes. I mean my young man eyes. Safarl. Safarl, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had a recent YouTube short talking about hard-coded strings, and I think I did a terrible job of editing the short to provide adequate context about what we were actually talking about. And so I think at least some commenters misunderstood what I was getting at. But that's okay. We don't have to agree on everything. At the end of the day, anything I'm talking about, it's just a recommendation or a suggestion, how I go about doing things. I run into issues professionally that have caused numerous problems over the years, and any recommendations I provide are just solutions to those types of problems. At the end of the day, if no one's looking at your code, you do what you want. Now, I'll cry on the inside, but if you don't show me your code, then I'm not going to be worse for wear either. Yeah, and especially like with a language like C++, where you can literally do anything however you want. There's like 300 million different ways to write a for loop and 400 million different ways to write a for loop incorrectly. And it's like, well, what do you do? It's not my fault, I swear. Okay, so Zig. I've used Zig before, just a little bit, on version 0.12. We're now on 0.16. It's easy enough to use Zig to build an application. It's a different story to use Zig to be a complete compiler replacement and make use of the VC package manager for C++ dependencies, because the way the VC package works is it uses your compiler to build the dependencies based on whatever platform you're on so that you can link against them. So, and I don't know if we're going to have enough time tonight, because I'm only going to be on here for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours before the USA game starts. And the real trick, the real difficulty here is getting the VC package manager to pick up Zig as a compiler instead of like Visual Studio, GCC, Clang, etc. I'm not 100% sure what that looks like. I'm vaguely sure. And I also know we might run into an issue with how the Zig compiler is ran on the command line, because normally you do... Ooh, wait, guys, I can do this. Check this out. Check this out. Ooh, oh. Did I leave that there? Oh. I wasn't... I'm sorry. Hang on. I thought I cleaned that. Anyway. So normally, if you're gonna, like, compile a file, you just do gcc main.cpp, right? Or Clang. It's not GCC, G++ and Clang++. Main.cpp, right? Easy enough. Visual Studio is... I actually don't know. It's probably like cl.exe main.cpp. Wow, I cannot. I'm still getting used to how to write with this tablet. Right? Hey, Jan. So this is how your compilers would usually work. It's a single executable that gets set to CMake as a CMake CXX compiler and a CMake C compiler. Well, with Zig does this. Actually, is that all it is? Is it just Zig CC? I don't remember. Or it might be like Zig C++. As like an extra command argument that you then pass in your C++ flags. The problem is this sucker right here. There's a space. It's annoying space. This will cause problems when trying to integrate with the VC package manager. So, and I only know this because I've attempted this before, but I had to stop. I don't remember what issue I ran into, but I do know one of the issues was no compile commands generation, which I think Zig does now, or an AI lied to me, which is fine. But I think I'm going to have to wrap this in a shell script or a batch script, so it's treated as a single executable versus an executable and a command. That's the only way this is going to work with VC package. So that's one of the things I'm certain is going to cause me problems. Anyway, let's C++ rules. C nope. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm thinking. The other problem is I don't really know Zig, or I don't remember what I've attempted to learn. Oh, someone's texting me. Oh, hang on. I'll have to do it later. Okay. Yeah, you run into like little things like that where you don't, it's just not something you think about because, you know, no one was intending to integrate Zig with VC package, right? So it's just like things you don't expect to run into because of the way VC package handles like processing commands and strings and things like that. So that's part of what's going to happen. Black Magic, I feel like I've tried that before in the past, and it worked for some packages, and other packages it doesn't work for. I don't remember why. So maybe we try this. Maybe whatever issue I had is fixed. What is my cat doing? So I guess to get started, I need a C++ project. So do I try and build it in regular C++ first? Maybe that's what I do. So I already have my CMake platforms template in GitHub, so I'm just, and on my computer, so I'm just going to copy from here to grab it. I think what I do, I want the dev containers, Android, because this comes with basically a Raylib project, which is what I want. Let's copy. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want. Oh, wait a minute. Wait for it. All right, you guys should start seeing stuff appear. Don't replace git ignore. Actually, do I replace git ignore? No. What's today's date? July. That's a 7.6. You won't see this happen often because I'm not really messing with versioning all that much. But you will notice I tend to use dates versus semantic versioning. Semantic versioning is kind of a living nightmare for me, having spent a lot of my career working with third-party libraries and getting them integrated into my projects for work. You'd be surprised how such a subjective versioning system is subjective. And so even those with the best intention try to adhere to like major minor patch, sometimes they don't, and all hell breaks loose because no one is consistent enough. So I personally just stick to a date and be done with it. But I'm also not like, I've never had to stress about maintaining a library that hundreds of thousands of people use. So I'm sure there is a real world use for semantic versioning. It's just not for me. Okay. Briarthorn, date, Raylib, all that's good. I think. Oh, we need to clone VC package. Dude, cat! What are you doing? I know what he wants. He wants outside. And I'm not letting him. Do I need to zoom in? I think I need to zoom in. Get submodule. Like, I'm, at least for some of the packages I'm using, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe part of the issue I ran into was I was pulling in like fairly complex dependencies, like Qt, for instance, and trying to build that with Zig. But maybe with like something as simple as Raylib, it won't be as bad. I want to ignore... Actually, no, it's a submodule, so we should be fine. It's saying... What is that saying? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's stage. All that looks good. Thrawn. I think this is a good... Actually, I should make sure it actually... Actually, I should make sure actually. I need this to compile. Actually. On Windows debug. Sure. Cat. What? What? Is it because I didn't add you to my banner? I'm sorry. All right. We're gonna... I mean, this shouldn't take too long because it's just grabbing Raylib. But I'm gonna be right back real quick, like, and see what this cat wants. I might have to throw him out in the garage. All right. Sorry, guys. Trill's out in the garage. It's where he wants to be. So why are you creating CMake project? This is to make sure my I have a good baseline. I don't want to have to fight with issues that are not Zig related and have to figure out what the problem is through Zig. So VC package still uses CMake. Like we're still going to need to use some VC package isms to pull in dependencies like raylib or any other dependencies I would want for a C or a C++ project. So that's why. Now, if I wanted to make this simpler and be like, oh, I'm just using raylib, I could probably just add raylib as a submodule and be done with it, right? And just have Zig build raylib for me. But that's too easy. Come on. We don't do things easy or correct. We do them because it's fun or interesting. Or we are a glutton for punishment. Not because it's the way to do it. What's the Zig way? I'm pretty sure Zig. I don't remember off the top of my head. Hopefully we'll figure this out today or throughout me working on this. But Zig is gonna have like a I don't even know how to write Zig. This sucks. Zig's gonna have a build function, and I think it's yeah, okay. I forgot I have autocomplete on my side. So this is going to replace CMake. So in CMake, I might specify add executable Briarthorn. Well, in Zig, it's going to be something like this. Now, I don't know how correct this is. This just got auto-completed. But it's going to be something like this. So we're also going to do something like exe dot... Okay, yeah. Link libc. We're going to link against raylib. We're going to have like a build step here that will actively configure and build the VC package dependencies, just like CMake would have. So we're going to do similar stuff, but we're not going to do it with CMake. Hopefully, all the CMake stuff happens under the hood with VC package, because VC package can automatically pull in its own copy of CMake right here, such that as like a as a self-contained project, the only thing you would have to do is download Zig, and that's it. Like I guess that's the overall goal here with this. Can I make a C++ project that has one dependency, that dependency being Zig, like one external dependency? Whereas today, I would have to install CMake, Ninja, Visual Studio, Clang, GCC, MinGW, what have you, Mscripton. I'd have to install all that, make sure it's on the system. Whereas I'm hoping, and this is the thing, I don't know if this is possible. I'm going to explore and I'm going to learn, and we'll see what happens. Helix, O-bit storage, qubits computational availability with a cell phone like that. I don't know what you just called me, but that was rude. I am not familiar with what you're talking about. I don't know how a cell phone works. I mean, that's not 100% true. I know a little bit about a cell phone. I think hashes are in the way. Anyway. So before I do any of that, I do want to make sure I have a project that builds. So I have a baseline. And it looks like it did. I come into here. Actually, I need to build it. I need to actually build it. There we go. Okay, so that built into Hello Triangle. Oh, that's right. This is on Windows. I need to make this static. I don't want to have to deal with copying DLLs all over the place. Let's try that again. All right, so now it's rebuilding the dependencies as static libraries. It's done. That was quick. People say C++ is slow. Ooh, I forgot. We're on Raylib 6. It has problems. Oh no. Oh god. Give me back control of my computer. Why is it not dying? I gotta kill Raylib. Raylib. Alright. Raylib has been killed. Let's fix that real quick. We need to call pull input events and swap, what is it? Swap display buffers? Question mark? No, that didn't work. We just ran into this issue. LSP isn't working either, which we also ran into. I need to fix. We fixed this last stream on another project, which was what? The Odin CPP, I think. Odin CPP Wordle. Yeah, here we go. Screen buffer. There we go. Okay. It's also not resizable. Let's fix that. All right. We have Raylib version 6.0. And then I also don't need to link against WinMM anymore. And I'm not, so we're good. Cool. All right, that is our baseline. We have something we know works. So now the next step is making it work with Zig. Let's make this an initial commit, I think. Initial. Okay, easy step over. Now the hard part. How do I write Zig? How in the world do I write Zig? Where do I even begin? Zig build Google. Zig build C++. There's an article? No, this is someone asking for help. 2 years ago. Okay. I mean, this is 2 years ago, so I don't know how much has changed in 2 years. So I'll keep that up just in case. Ooh, here's an article on Medium. by Ed U. WTF is Zig++. How old is this article? Have I used this one? This might have been what... Oh, this is 2023. Oh boy. That's 3 years ago. This could still be useful though. Could still be useful. Yeah, there's like... This is going to be an issue with VC package, I think. That space. Zig space C++. Zig as a C cross compiler. This is what I'm really interested in. It would be so freaking cool without having to download any other tool chains. I just get cross compiling out of the box. I don't know if that will actually do what I want. We'll see. Yeah, I'll leave that up too. That might be useful. What's Reddit say? Zig as a... Ooh, 11 months ago. Okay. Came across... Okay. So it doesn't seem like there's any up-to-date information. Ooh, what's this one? Zig.guide. This might be an opportunity for me to write a blog post if I can figure this out. The blog post might just be me crashing out. That is something that I am tracking. Oh, this isn't really a blog post. And no one's really talking about it with VC package either. I guess I could look it up. All right. Okay, let's see what we can get. None of this is providing a build.zig file. I'm actually honestly surprised. I thought for sure someone would have done this by now. Ooh, am I about to find out why I'm not finding out anything? Because people have tried and failed? Changing this up. There we go. Okay, it's Zig time. Wait, I keep trying this, but I need to find an actual example on how to write a build.zig. You know what? So this is actually something I've done in the past. One thing I do to find examples is I might do like GitHub build.zig and just see what's out there. See if I can find a C++ project that uses it. I know there is one. I've seen one recently, actually. I just don't remember what it is. CPP. Zig build system template for C++. All right, Jacob, I see you. 24 stars. Yeah, okay. This is kind of what I was looking for. Now, I don't... Holy hell. Oh my god. Oh, it keeps going. Ooh, it keeps going. I don't know if I'm gonna need all of this because VC package. Okay, nope, I just thought of something. We can, why is that not? Give me back my, oh my god. Give me back my, oh my god. How do you? VS Code is not giving me back my Explorer. There it is. So we know this works with Visual Studio, as we just built everything. So we could try and just replace the VC package backend to build the compilers. We can absolutely do that. So let's try it. Right now, I have a compiler preset for Android NDK, Clang, Emscripten, GCC, Homebrew, MSVC. So I think I just do a Zig. This is the hard part, is getting VC package to build dependencies with Zig. So what do I actually do? Let's copy that. Compiler Zig. And someone mentioned this, but there might be... We might be able to pass in a compiler command for CC and C++. I don't remember what the variable is. It's like... It's not this. We need like init or something like that. Zig. No, not Zig. CMake compile command init. No, oh, not command. Compile CMake CXX compiler init. Forget what it's called. Yeah, so here's an example. Set within user supplied toolchain file. Items in a list, they cannot be changed. Yeah, I really feel like I'm going to need to do a batch and a shell script here. We'll try it. So they're just saying to do C++ and CC. The flags are going to be whatever Clang is. And then the other thing I might end up running into as an issue is knowing what platform we're on. Might have to define a custom triplet. Because I think one issue we might run into, well, it's not really set here for Windows, but the system name is Linux. I don't know how that's going to play with Zig, but only one way to find out. All right, where is my platform? Windows. Let's do Zig debug and release. How cool would it be if this just worked? It'd be too easy. There's no way this is just gonna work. That's not right. It's not right either. Okay. Ooh, it doesn't like something. Could not find compiler zig. All right, I think we're good now. Moment of truth, I suppose. Let's delete the build folder. Don't you bring that voodoo in here, Dal. Odin run dot. I don't need your ease of use in my stream. Are you kidding me? This is how real programmers work. They struggle and cry. They sweat. Blood and tears. You can wait. Ignore that last part. All right. Here we go. Windows Zig debug. Boom. First try. Let's go. Using Zig. Here we go. Oh, that's awkward. It said compiler found cl.exe. It is not using Zig. I repeat, we are not using Zig. Oh, wait. We are using Zig. It failed miserably. Zig CC is not a full path and was not found in the path. That's fair because I downloaded Zig via VS Code extension, so it's not in my path. So I skipped a step. I am using a VS Code extension. Is there a way to do like reference a VS Code workspace? That way this just kind of works by default. Or can I... Does VS Code have like a... Ooh, CMake environment. That could work. Except I don't know how to actually... I want to be able to do like... Workspace folder... Except that's not where Zig's located. It's located wherever it installs. I can definitely just download Zig, set it in my path. I would like the option to just use the Zig that comes with the extension, so then I don't have to stress about it. I clone my project, and I'm running. But I don't know if there's a way to do that. Chicken King? Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards. That's what I did in the past, was just wrapping Zig, CC, and C++ in a batch file, or a script file. Zig needs its own target language. Should work fine in my context. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Now, where is Zig installed, and can I reference the extension? I might just need to download and install it. Can I reference the Zig executable installed via VS Code extension? User profiles, best practice, add it to your path, which is kind of what I want to do. But if I can, I'll just add it to my CMake path because that's VS Code is who is using it. Open VS Code, navigate the command palette, run zig setup, install zig. Select your oh, wait, can I just do that? Or is this lying to me? Zig setup, install zig. Ooh, I get access to 0.17. Okay, so select your version. The extension will output the exact path to your executable. What's this? Would you like to use in this workspace? Yes. What did it create? What did it do? .zig version. Okay. I don't really need that. Here we go. This is what I want. Using it in VS Code settings. Oh. YouTube video on it. As of February. That's kind of cool. It's not really what I'm wanting. Reference zig extension executable in CMake environment. No, this isn't. It's not really what I want. Ooh, I wonder if they're going to talk about the issue I had. This won't work. They haven't run into it. Hey Buzz, how's it going? I want to reference zig executable path in VS Code settings.json. But it's just going to tell me to use my own freaking path. See? Right there. I knew it. It's not what I want. I don't want any of this. I want this. Except it's not going to be in my workspace folder. I have no experience with is it Meson? Mason? Anyway, no experience with it. Apologies. I'm aware of it. I know it exists. I've never used it. No, I refuse. I want automation. I want my life to be easy. I want to clone my project, install an extension, and have it just work. Dang it. And I swear there was a way. This is the question I need to ask. Does VS Code have a variable that references extension installations? All right, I give up. I might have to play with it in the evening or something. I'll just install Zig. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. But now I'm going to have to configure VS Code to point to it. Install Zig from a package manager? What? Ah, here we go. Oh, they're on 0.17. I mean, should I just use 0.17? No regrets? Okay. Extract. Try the master version. Is that not what I clicked on? Oh, is there a difference between dev and master? Is there a master? Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, I'm grabbing. Okay, I see. So I extracted it. It's all contained right here. So I'm just going to put this on my D drive right next to Ninja, actually, which is what this is replacing. Zig. I'll paste it here. We're pasting. Wait for it. All right. Now I'm going to add it to my path. All right. No one look. Everyone close your eyes. I'm messing with my environment variables. Feels so risky sometimes. I don't know if I have anything worth leaking, but it does scare me. Okay, so it's on my D drive. Hit okay. Oh, we don't like that. Oh, wrong slash. All right, that is in my path. How is Silk Song? I never played uh-oh. Forgive me, guys. What's the game called? Is it Shovel Knight? Did I get that right? Shovel? Is it Shovel Knight? Hollow Knight. Oh, thank God. I was close. I was kind of close. I've never played those games. I've heard nothing but good things about them. But I've never played. Okay, I need to relaunch VS Code because I'm on Windows. Hollow Knight's your favorite game? That's awesome. I'm a big fan of tactical RPGs, Western RPGs. So like Skyrim, Baldur's Gate 3, the Divinity Original Sin games, the original Baldur's Gate games, Pillars of Eternity, all those. Love them. Ocarina of Time, that's up there. World of Warcraft, of course, but I almost don't count that. It's a different kind of game. All right, I need to see if Zig is in my path. Zig version. Okay. How? Let's try it again. Zig version. Shit. I can fix this. I can fix this. Hang on. Settings? I forget what the command is. Is it control comma? Yeah, there we go. Zig. Ooh, I do love Classic. I do love WoW Classic. I tried playing hardcore. I got to 42 and there was rapidly spawning goblins in Stranglethorn Vale that surrounded me and did me in. And I haven't touched the game since. I still want to try and get to 60. Here we go. Set a custom path to Zig executable. The string Zig means look up Zig and path. Okay, so if I just do Zig, it should just use. See, like, I don't like that I need to manually set this up. This is why I wanted to reference the default install. The string Zig means look Zig up and path. Let's see if that works. I don't even know if that applied. Okay, it did. I'm going to reload the window one more time. It's probably a good thing you didn't level in Stranglethorn. That place is a death trap. This guy. There we go. All right. Now we're rocking. We have Zig version 0.17-dev1257 plus 67B05E521. We're there. Okay, so that's good. So that means it's using what I've installed, which also means my CMake config should find Zig now. Let's try that again. I'm going to go ahead and delete the build folder just so we're starting fresh. And away we go. Ooh, did it find... So I got to fix this. It's still finding the Visual Studio compiler, which means I probably need a custom toolchain file, but that's okay. That's kind of expected. CMake compiler Zig C++ is not a full path, was not yeah, I need to make these shells. These need to be shell commands, I think, or script commands. Not a full path, not found. I mean, we can try real quick to hard code the path because it's very simple on my local machine here, but I'm pretty sure that's not the issue. Because I can do d:/zig. Yeah. All right. I kind of figured this was going to happen, but that's okay. So, oh man. Maybe where do I put it? Maybe I put it here. So we want Zig cc dot bat and Zig ++ dot bat. Now I don't know batch scripting at all, but I know I want to like forward all of the input parameters into it and be able to run like Zig C++, Zig cc. So I think what I want to try and do here is update script to forward arguments to Zig C++ command. Is that really all it is? I thought it was more than that. That's suspicious. Okay. So now I should be able to do ++.init. That should treat it as a single compiler executable. Let's try this again. Configure. Oh. 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 What am I doing wrong, guys? What am I doing wrong? Is not a full path. It was not found in the path. Perhaps the extension is missing. Who's yelling at me about this? Line 7. No. Well, hell. Maybe I don't specify the bat file. Hang on. I'll try that real quick. Oh, but the issue, you know what? Actually, let me, I can verify real quick. Don't do that. 8. Let's try that. Because if that works, then I can just specify, I can use, whatever the hell this is called. CMake preset variables. Something's happening. Something's happening. Something's happening. No way. I mean, my computer's doing something. My computer's thinking. Holy shit. Holy shit. Is there any way I can prove this built with Zig? Ooh, I think that proves it. All right, there you go, guys. It is trying to build my... Okay, so its VC package isn't using the Zig compiler yet, but setting my compiler for my project, it is trying to use it right here. And it doesn't like something. Could not open... Oh, I wonder if because I'm not using Visual Studio, I'm not getting like automatic linkages of Windows libraries. Surely. Is that the issue? libc. Because this looks like... Are these Windows APIs? libc. LLD link. So I think it's a dependency of raylibs. Yeah, it's right here, actually. We see it. It's linking against UUID. No such file or directory. So I wonder... Oh, man. I wonder if CMake and whatever names are defined for the Zig platform is... It sees that it's like Clang, and it's like, oh, we're on Linux, so we need to link against some Linux libraries here when we pull this in via CMake. I'm wondering if that's what's happening. I think the way around this is in CMake, we need to change what the system name is. I think. I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure. This, honestly, not gonna lie, this is something an LLM would probably be really good at figuring out. But I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Can I want to print my wherever we're linking right here. Let's print. I don't know why. It's called message. Status. System. Let's do something like that. Okay, so yeah, it sees Windows. The next thing, I can do a quick Google. It's linking against GLFW, UUID. Now, this is almost certainly an issue with the import target of Raylib. Raylib. Debug. My guess is this is going to specify dependencies to pull in. Maybe? Maybe not? Ooh, it might be GLFW. Let me check GLFW. Debug. Okay. Making me look like a fool. Targets? Watch it. Nothing. What? Who the hell is telling this to link? GLFW. Why would it not find that? All right. What is happening? Like, this isn't Zig trying to do this, right? Oh, that's just for my project. Okay. CMake cache. Oh, is it? Is CMake doing it? I wonder if CMake's pulling in default libraries, thinking it's on Linux because it sees Clang. What is this? I wonder if that's what's happening. Because there's a CMake. Yeah, that's what's happening. Oh my god. That's annoying. Okay. So CMake, it sees something defined that Zig provides and is like, oh, we're using Clang and we're on Linux. So let's pull in these default libraries that you're going to need for, libc++ or whatever. But we're not on Linux. We're on Windows. So this is just wrong. This is just completely wrong. Okay. How do I solve this? There's a way to solve this. I've done this before. What did I do? I think I have to... Oh, man. Do I have to specify the location of my lib? I might have to specify... I don't remember. Zig CPP on Windows. CMake pulls in Linux libraries. Holy white background, Batman. I feel like there's a CMake flag I can set. And it might just be I need to point to libc++. Oh, I'm on Bing. Oh my god, guys. VS Code's default... I got binged. VS Code's default URL search is Bing. Of course it is. I got. I swear. What was I doing? Zig, CPP, CMake, Windows, links, Linux, libraries. Is that its like default target? Or do I need to specify this? What? That doesn't make sense. Why? This would be like cross-compiling. I'm not targeting Linux. I'm trying to build on Windows. Oh, unless... Oh! Windows GNU. Okay. That could make sense. CMake C compiler target. That actually might make sense. Let's try it. Mm. Delete the cache. Uh-oh. What? Something still in use? You'll need to provide administrative permission to delete this folder. It has been provided. Uh-oh. Delete permanently. Yes. Okay. I always panic when that happens. All right. Trying again. Go. Oh no. Unable to find dynamic system library, kernel 32, user 32, GDI 32. I mean, we're getting a little closer, I think. I don't know why it can't find them. Hmm. Hmm. Thank you. Yes, I really appreciate that. I'm always a little stressed anytime I release a short out into the wild because you never know who's going to see it and how they're going to take it, especially when I fail to provide enough context. But I really appreciate you saying something. That does mean a lot. Welcome back, Jan. Solve my problem. Go. And go. We did almost build. We failed to link because by default, I think Zig thought I was on Linux, so it tried to link Linux kernel APIs or libraries. Now I'm specifying. Oh, you know, I don't know if anyone else has ever like done software development professionally, but you ever heard the concept of rubber duck debugging? Sometimes it really does help to just speak aloud your thought process as you're working through a problem, because sometimes it just like a light bulb. Okay, we're getting closer. Oh, ooh, guys. I'm using, wait, am I using modules? What? I didn't think I was using modules. No, I'm not. It's yelling at me about CMake CXX compiler clang scan dependency tool not found. That is for modules, but I'm not using modules. So why is it trying to even find it? You recently started your programming journey, ES? That's awesome, dude. Once you start making stuff, it's so much fun. It's addicting. This is, I mean, it's a cover, but yeah, Believer. That's Imagine Dragons, right? Jodoc Cello. All right. Why? I'm not using modules. Nothing about my code base is saying I'm using modules. So why are you looking for modules? Ooh, you're starting with C. Nice. No one show him or tell him about what I had drawn on my tablet. That's awesome. You're learning C. No joke though. C is a good place to start. I really do think so. I learned I don't really know C. Nope, Jan. Nope. Never mind. All right. If I was a master C++ developer using Zig for the first time and I ran into this error, what would I do? CMake compiler clang scan dependency not found. It's not having to do with my compiler target. Oh, you can turn it off. Oh, is it on by default? So even if you're not using modules, it finds it? That's annoying. I mean, see, this is why we do this. We do this to learn. I'm also trusting that Chicken knows what they're talking about, but I don't have any other ideas. It seems reasonable. CMake CXX copying off of someone else's homework for modules off. I didn't know that. You know what? That's fair. Up until now, every time I've had the CMake standard set to 2023, at least on stream, I have been using modules. So this is honestly one of the first times I've been doing this without modules. And obviously, I'm assuming Zig. Ooh, does Zig have a command for the scan dependencies as well? Because that could be a solution as well. I'm not seeing it. They have archive, DLL tool lib, ran lib. Maybe not, but that's fine. I don't really need modules right now. Ooh, unless does Zig wrap clang scan depths? Does not currently wrap or integrate clang scan depths. Beware of the following details. Currently lacks optimal support for standard modules. I mean, that's fair. I mean, to be fair, the C++ compilers themselves aren't 100% yet with modules, so why would I expect someone else's programming language and tool that isn't even on 1.0 to be able to support that? That's no knock to Zig there. I was just curious. Oh, so you've done this before. That's awesome. I did this a few years ago. And it, at least with VC package, this is my hang up. So I'm curious to see if it'll work better. But I want this to work with VC package. So let's try this again. Delete the build. It does, but I don't remember what issue I ran into, but there was a legitimate issue that made it to where I couldn't go this route, even though I really wanted to. I don't remember. It might have just been an issue on Mac. It's like one of those things. It worked mostly, but maybe this esoteric configuration I had for my MacBook, it didn't work. There was something. I just don't remember. Hey, this is why we do this, right? We're new to this, so we try it out and see what works and see what doesn't work. And then once it all falls apart, we go find a bucket of ice cream, a corner, and cry ourselves to sleep. No, the only dependencies I use if I'm using like operating system dependencies are coming from third-party libraries. So raylib, for instance, depends on GLFW, which depends on the operating system it runs on. So on Linux, that's either going to be like X11 or Wayland, and then the window creation APIs, things like that. I also want to support Android, mscripton for WebAssembly. I've got all kinds of crazy plans. Who knows if it'll be successful. Okay, what the hell? How does turning off CMake CXX scan for modules has me going back to linking against libuUID? Oh, there's so many rabbit holes. To be completely honest, if I really wanted to make a fully cross-platform application and I would just wanted to get it done, I didn't care about low-level performance, I didn't care about any specific dependencies I needed that are like C++ or C specific, I would probably just use either a game engine or a cross-platform tool or framework like Flutter, React. I forget I said that. Kotlin, I think, also does it. There's a couple of tools. Qt, if you actually do want to stick with C++. Electron's out there, right? There's plenty of tools out there, frameworks that will run across the board for the most part without all of this finagling that I'm doing. But where's the fun in that? So what the hell? Good night, ES. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Is my audio peaking? I think is that? I'm gonna turn myself down a little. I think it depends if I'm like facing the mic. I'm talking loud. I'm a loud talker, and I apologize if I blow out the speaker sometimes. I've been told that my colleagues can hear me across the office, and I don't do it intentionally. I apologize. I get excited, and I don't control my volume. I'm gonna set that to a 3. All right. All right, so now I can talk louder and hopefully not blow out your ears. And if I talk softer... Okay. I'm going to turn that up just a smidge more. Yes, tomorrow, I think I'm going back to Boulder's Gate. Now that I'm back in my office and on my computer, I have my save back. Let's bump this up 1 more decibel. Oh, too quiet, too quiet. Yes. Yeah, VC package will do that. That's why I'm going to have to with VC package. I'm almost certainly going to have to define my own triplet. And I think there's something else I've messed with before where you can define your own customizations. Like VC package supports Xbox, which is awesome. Not that I'm like building anything to target Xbox right now. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Ooh, you might be right, Jan. There is I think there is still more Factorio to do. I didn't realize there was a number of you who enjoyed Factorio. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a game I typically play, but it was fun. And I could see how easily you can get addicted to that game because it just keeps going. It's like, oh, I need to optimize this. No, now I need to optimize this. I've also been playing Slay the Spire recently, and I started playing Slay the Spire 2 with a friend of mine, and that is a lot of fun. Is MSVC useful for anything? I've heard the code it generates is slow. I mean, you got to remember, these are compilers. The compilers are just, in general, freaking amazing. They're voodoo black magic that can generate code better than anything we can write, which is why we always compile with optimizations. If there are performance differences, I'm not aware of specifics. Other than bugs, I would assume the differences are on the order of magnitude of like hundreds of nanoseconds or microseconds, hundreds of microseconds, and maybe very rarely ones or tens of milliseconds, unless there's some kind of like egregious bug. But for everything I have done, I don't know. I'm not having any issues, but to be fair, I'm not like a low latency developer. I'm a simulations developer, so I work on the order of magnitude of like 500 to 1,000 hertz. That kind of thing. Why not just use Clang? So for me personally, when it comes to multiple compilers, at least professionally, I actively support all the main compilers. So Clang, GCC, MSVC. And the reason for that is, one, system dependencies that integrate fairly well and easily. Two, you do get compilers finding different types of errors in your code that they don't always all catch. And so by having all of these compilers automated, mind you, I'm not like sitting here manually building all of this. This is more for pipelines. I will have all of this automated so that I can be sure that errors are being caught. As we all of us who use C++ know, it is complicated, and compilers for it are complicated. So being able to like ensure you're writing standard conformant C++, all of that fun stuff, we run it through multiple compilers on multiple platforms to make sure when it comes time for deployment, you're relatively good. Or, like Jan said, just write perfect code. You don't have to worry about any of this if you just write perfect code. All right. It's pissing me off. Why the hell are we back to linking against? What did I do wrong? Personally, I find that writing perfect code makes life a lot easier. I only write bad code for you guys, so you can learn. Speaking of, all right, we're gonna do something. We're cheating. I'm cheating, guys. I apologize. Look away if you don't like me cheating. Look away now. Oh wait. Ooh, am I not signed in? That's awkward. I can't even cheat. I have GitHub Copilot. All right. I'm curious if this has been trained on anything. Trying to get Zig to compile and link my C++ project. Okay, I also am curious how much this is going to cost me. Because ever since Copilot changed their pricing, I have basically stopped using it other than for auto completion. I'm going to pull up on my monitor here and see if I can view my usage real time. I forget where it's at. Under profile? Nope, not profile. Settings. Usage. What is today? Today's the 6th. I've spent 2 cents on auto completion so far, so this is going to bump that up, I think. Wait, my CMake cached ABI is stale? What? All right, so that's a lesson I need to remember. Sometimes I might need to just reload the window. So, okay, yes. So those who aren't aware, and this annoys the hell out of me, I use CMake presets for my projects. CMake presets are fan-freaking-tastic. They are a way to script all of your input parameters and have them like predefined so that you don't need to write a custom batch shell, Python script, configure script, that kind of thing. You just use your preset and then you specify what you target. Done. The problem is VS Code. And now my understanding is this is how it's supposed to be done with editors, but VS Code parses the presets, the JSON files, and it does it and loads it into its extension so that it can do everything it does. But then when it actually runs CMake, it's not using the preset. It's using the, I don't even know what you'd call it, legacy CMake, where you pass in -D for all your options. So it's not really using presets. What that means is anytime I make a change to a preset file, there's an opportunity where VS Code will fail to parse the change, so that when you go to rerun your CMake configuration, it will rerun older state. According to the LLM there, when it was running, that's what was happening. Yeah, so it's currently running it as a CMake preset, which is not what the CMake VS Code extension does. You wouldn't believe the hell I went through to figure out that little detail and the fact, and like, I forget what it was I was doing, but this is for actual work where this caused a bug that was nearly impossible to figure out what was going on until one day I saw the command line output here and it was like, wait a minute, that's not running -- preset, that's running plain old CMake configure stuff. Oh, that was annoying. Oh god, what's this? Manifest embed. The wrapper broke it in a new way. Unknown clang option -- target. Oh no. The problem is a classic batch quirk. When I reconstruct arguments one by one, command treats equal as an argument delimiter. So -- target equal x64 Windows MSVC got split and the equal value was lost. Wait, is this a valid target for Zig? I don't know what it's actually what is it trying to do? So maybe that's part of my problem. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Is GNU, is that what I need to target for Windows? when I am on Linux. I'm sorry, chicken. Oh, you saying it's broken? Oh, god damn it. It's broken. Well, that's so. Is this dead in the water? Is my project dead in the water? It's just MinGW, right? I assumed it was MinGW. Okay. Oh, what's my charge at? All right, we've spent 11 cents so far. 11 American pennies. Hmm. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now it can't find the entry point to my main. I feel like I had to specify libc++ as well. Maybe, or no, maybe I had to do that on Mac. Maybe that's what it was. Manifest version flags are handled. Linking. Okay, so what's changed so far? Nope, those are the changes I made. Holy moly. If this is something that's actually needed, I don't know if I ever would have gotten there. I don't know if I would have known how to Google. Zig rejects MSVC manifest linker flags. Is this actively trying to solve the Zig issue with the Windows MSVC target? That would be hilarious. I am curious to see where this heads. If since it's not going to work. Oh wait, it may have just figured out it needs to go back. Hang on. Stepping back, maybe MSVC targeting is the wrong approach. The MSVC target is currently broken with Zig. Please stick to GNU. I know, chicken. I still want to see. I find this stuff interesting. I find, like, just seeing how it goes about processing and what it can and can't figure out based on what you know. Because sometimes it's like, oh shit, this thing does some really cool stuff. And then other times it touches on an area of experience that you have, and it's like, come on. This is nonsense. Oh, there you go. Understood. Reverting to the GNU target, the right way to make GNU work is to stop feeding it MSVC built VC package libs. Instead, build the VC package dependencies with MinGW. Okay, so yeah, that's what Chicken was saying this whole time. So that means my triplet needs... where is it? We basically need the MinGW triplet for Windows. So we would have to specify ARMS, not ARM, x64 MinGW static, assuming we don't need to do any customization. Otherwise, we would need a custom triplet. Now let me check the available MinGW triplets and how the current triplet wiring works. Writing target preset. So here's a question for you guys. I've been thinking about this. I don't know what to do. So this isn't a guarantee. So for those who have been watching, you know I have a game I'm making. Right? Except currently it's in it's been all over the place, right? I've been building it in C++, Godot, Flutter, Qt, what have you. Give me one sec. Where is it? There it is. Okay. For those who have ever read about other solo devs' experiences when it comes to making a game, it is very hard to be successful when making a game. So it is not lost on me that if I put all this time and effort into making something, I might not see a penny out of it. And I don't want that to go to waste. The music for this conversation is insane. So I've been thinking maybe the benefit isn't selling the game, but the benefit is instructional, watching the game being made, potentially open sourcing the game. And so none of this is set in stone. I'm literally just like a thought I had earlier today. What if I maybe take a source available approach to developing this? Such that as I'm developing it on stream, those who are interested have something to follow along. The thing I struggle with is watching someone just write code for hours at a time. Is kind of a niche entertainment. And so I don't know how interesting I can make, like, just straight up heads down writing code versus just doing like little short, let's try this out. Let's create Wordle with Odin. So I don't know. I'm toying around with the idea of maybe some type of open source development for this, where my intention is still to release it on Steam, where you would get, you know, Steam integration, achievements, that kind of thing. But then if those who know how wanted to, you can just clone and build it and use it for yourself however you want. You wouldn't be able to use it commercially, of course, but you could still grab it, download it, build it, play it, kind of thing. I can only do this like at most 6 hours a week. I don't know if I have enough time to really turn this into a fun playable game anytime soon. So there might just be more benefit out of sharing code and exploring how I go about writing C++. So I've been looking at licensing to see what's out there for like a source available, like obviously not hey, here's a bunch of code for you to go make money off of. But at the same time, the other issue, there is a bunch of code I want to share that you can use. Like, especially like all of this project setup, dependency management, etc. I want to be able to share all that because I think it's useful and it's something I've got a lot of experience with. I don't know. Just a thought. We'll see where that thought takes me. Anyway, where were we? I couldn't have timed that conversation better with that music. That was awesome. Okay. Done. Oh. Now works end to end. The core issue was an ABI mismatch. Zig's Windows GNU target uses the MinGW ABI, but your VC package dependencies were still built with MSVC. Makes sense. Since I want to stick to GNU, I made VC package build the dependencies with the GNU ABI using Zig itself. Reverted the target back to Windows GNU and restored the simple wrappers. Added Zig AR.bat. Oh, I do remember having to do this. Yep. Added Zig MinGW, a VC package chain load toolchain pointed at the Zig wrappers with the GNU target. Added overlay triplet. Okay, let's take a look at this stuff. How much that cost? All right, after all that, oh my god. Well, that cost me $2.50. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to run another ad. We need to pay for that LLM usage. Oh my gosh. Holy hell. Hey, Alman, thanks for following. Really appreciate it. All right, I actually want to make sure this is legit. All right, I gotta zoom out. I apologize for my vertical viewers, my doom scrollers. I know you're out there. I see you. That looks fine. That looks fine because I wrote it. And what I write is perfect. What is this? x64 Windows Zig. So is it? Okay, so that's a triplet. Wait, I don't know if I like that. Hang on. CMake triplets. CMake triplets. That's correct. x64 MinGW static. Static library. We passed. That makes sense. So we pass the path through to VC package so that it can find Zig. Otherwise, VC package usually starts with an empty path. I got to keep an eye on this. This could potentially cause issues. MinGW static. But that looks fine. The naming, I think, is not what I want. x64 Windows Zig. Overlay triplets. Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, no, that's not what I want. So what I'm going to do here is create a, what is it called? Configuration. Oh my God, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank. I did this with Alwyn, I think. It's configuration VC package config.json, something like that. Configuration.json, yep. VC package configuration.json. So in here, we just do overlay triplets. And we point to ./CMake triplets. So that will override whatever triplet was being used. Hello, quick question. How do I foresee AI changing the software engineering space, especially for entry level? Ooh. That's just because it seems pretty grim for those not yet in the industry. Yeah, I at the end of the day, I don't know. I really don't. I can only speak from the perspective of me and my industry and what's around me. And at least for me, we still need junior engineers. That knowledge just can't be lost. And it's not programming knowledge necessarily. Like, that's part of it. But it's also domain knowledge of the business of whatever you're working on. It could be video games. It could be building a web browser, right? There's just intrinsic knowledge that happens over years of solving problems for a business or businesses, whatever you're doing, that AI doesn't have. It even today doesn't have. And if you're if you're like an expert in a domain of some kind, so like modeling simulation for me, aircraft, that kind of thing, it's very easy to see when it gets it wrong. So for me, in the company I work for, juniors are very much still needed because we need that knowledge. We need new ideas. AI doesn't give new ideas. AI rehashes trained ideas. So we still need that. Now, how does it affect software engineering in general? I get a lot more done a lot more quickly. Now, there's a downside to that, especially if you're involved with code review and ensuring like product quality, things like that. Just because I'm getting more done more quickly doesn't necessarily, it might, but doesn't necessarily mean you're building more and releasing more quickly, because there is so much more data. And you're seeing this in open source projects, right? Especially popular ones that are getting inundated with pull requests after pull request of, I guess, what the kids are calling AI slop. And they can't keep up. Hell, even GitHub's like availability, have they even achieved 2 or 3 nines yet? Because they weren't expecting the scale that they were going to need to support when everyone and their brother could program, right? So there's still problems with that. Now, will we solve them? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. The answer is I don't know. I cannot know. But I don't see it going away. Ooh, 89.99. I mean, there's 3 nines there, right? For me, it's not even like generating code. It's what's making me more productive is the little things. I am not a batch script expert. And so when the LLM can sit there and generate some scripts for me to solve a real bug I had and do it in a manner of 15 minutes versus a week, that's huge. That's not going away for sure. At least I hope it doesn't, because it legitimately does make my job easier. But I personally think we still need junior developers. Doesn't mean bigger companies aren't going to be like, hey, why are we paying for junior developers when we could just buy senior engineers and equip them with a few $1,000 of tokens and let them loose? That's different. Because they can they can do that. They're big. They can pick and choose who they hire. I work in a small town with a local company, right? You don't hear about all of that in the news. It doesn't make the headlines. You're just hearing about the fangs of the world. So I totally understand why it seems grim. And it legitimately might be for certain areas of the world. I really can't speak to that. Can only unfortunately I can only wish you the best. And if this is something you're legitimately interested in, keep at it. There's people out there who want to work with you. Actually, I think the town next to me has put in a place that its residents have to vote on whether they want a data center nearby. Where I live specifically, I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think we will get a data center. But neighboring towns, definitely, I know there's been conversation. So I've kept my eye on it. They're coming to steal our water. I I I don't know what's true or not, but I saw a video online. I think it was in Michigan, Michigan State. There's a video of a town and someone was recording a data center next door, and it was just this loud whir, this whirring sound, just constant. Holy shit. That would be insane to live next to. I don't know if all data centers are like that or what, but that sucks. CMake triplets. Okay, yeah, East Coast base. Yeah, you're close-ish to me. I'm Midwest. I like I said, I'm Midwest, so like it's a lot more sparse where I'm at compared to East or West Coast. So your experience might be significantly different than mine. I really don't know. You just got to remember the world's really big, and the news that we see online is really focused around like 5, 10, 15 companies. There's more people doing work out there than just them. CMake triplets. X64 MNGW static. So I don't need this. What I actually need is this. I'm gonna delete this. Okay, target x64 Windows, MinGW. Filer Zig. I think I can safely do what can I do here? Source dir like that, I think. Let's do that. And we have a Zigmin GW toolchain to chain load. So that must mean, oh, did I already get rid of it? Uh-oh. Like, who's loading this toolchain? Did I screw this up? Okay, this is. Xmin GW static is loading the MinGW toolchain. The Zig MinGW toolchain. Okay, that works. I'm okay with that. All right, let's try this again. Let's remember to reload VS Code because of the frickin' presets. There we go. It's parsing. Do I have cowboy? No. I've probably come across a cowboy, but no, I'm a little. Don't really get cowboys around me. I'm more corn. We get corn. Farmers. Ooh, everything's wrong. Oh, I don't have my compile. Oh, everything's wrong. What did I do wrong? Oh, shoot. I screwed up. X64 Windows Zig cannot be found. That's true, because I deleted it like it deserved. Let's try that again. There we go. Zig. It built. See if it runs. All right. I mean, this is kind of cool. It's not needed. It doesn't like do anything that we don't already get with Clang, but it is kind of cool. This is Owl City, yes. You know what? Hang on. Remember to try and fix exclamation song in stream elements. All right. Because when I stop streaming, this monitor will still be on, and I'll still have this note. Maybe I'll remember. That way, you guys can just do like exclamation song to figure out what I'm listening to. I might be able to set that up for YouTube, even though you guys won't hear the music. You'll at least know what we're headbanging to. Oh, that's a good point. Did we replace Ninja? That is a great question. We replaced Ninja for building. That's not really true. No, we haven't done that yet. So I'm still using CMake. The only thing we've replaced is the compiler, which is Zig, which is under the hood, Clang and or MinGW. We want to replace CMake by defining a build.zig here. That way, all we would have to do is, instead of running like CMake preset, we would run Zig. I don't actually know. Oh, thank you. I don't actually know what the command is, but it would be like Zig build target, whatever it is for Windows, Zig x86 64 Windows GNU, something like that, right? Like the idea would be, like the idea is, all I need is Zig. I don't need to install CMake. I don't need to install Ninja. I don't need to install the Visual Studio, that kind of thing. That would be the idea. That would be the only reason I would really consider using Zig, is it's one tool chain across all platforms. But to be fair, I think you could just use Clang, because that's what Zig's doing. It's just fun. Something different. But with Clang, you still need CMake or Make, or someone mentioned Meson. I don't know how you pronounce that. Okay, so this is a good checkpoint worth committing. Not that. What changed here? Okay, yeah. Working. Zig compiler 4. So now the question is, can we use build.zig and run Zig to build our project, which in turn runs VC package to grab our dependencies, link against, and then build our project? Spain won. What did the score end up being? Am I allowed to show the results on stream? I apologize. Look away. Ooh, 1-0. Full time. All right, so whoever wins plays Spain. Ugh. If USA can beat Belgium, Spain is a tall order. A very tall order. Norway's kicking butt, isn't it? Didn't Holland just kind of like walk in to the Brazil match and is like introduce himself to everyone by scoring 2 goals on him like it was nothing? I forget. I think it was his second goal. He freaking like bracket Norway. Where was Norway? Right here, 2-1. I think it was the second goal. No one was really around him, and he just kind of like jogged to the top of the box, and it looked like a nonchalant kick, and it went like straight in. Like, holy crap. Morocco looks like a beast. I mean, guys, we're getting to the round of 8. Basically, everyone in the round of 8 are freaking special. It's just unbelievable soccer. Does that say Norway versus England? How do I scroll? Can I scroll? Oh, dang. Norway versus England would be good. I'm actually surprised. Throughout this tournament, Mexico looked so good, and England didn't look like they were doing anything crazy. It looked like you just get the ball to Harry Kane, and he does what he does and scores goals. So like it didn't seem like they were doing much other than that, but they took care of Mexico with a man down. So kudos at Mexico. So man, I'm just blown away. World Cup is amazing. I love the World Cup. Okay. I have a little bit of time to try and get something written for build.zig, having not really written Zig before. So before I go do that, I'm going to go check on Trill and use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Be right back. All right. Jeez. Trill is chilling in the garage. Okay. So, anyone know how to write a build.zig? There was a C++ project not terribly long ago that I think I saw or I brought up on stream, and it had a build.zig. It's a good starting point. I just want something. So what is this doing? It's importing a standard type. Looks like there's a build type. Assume that means pointer. We can define standard optimizations. I think eventually I would specify the platforms I would support. Add an executable. Okay, so that needs to be... So this is what's gonna break my brain. With CMake, I've been used to the nested approach where every folder has a CMake file in it. I'm pretty sure Zig is just top level, which means you might end up with a massive build.zig file, or there might be a way to create sub build.zigs and import them. I really don't know. I don't know nothing. Create the executable step. Add executable. That's a name. Hello triangle. Add C source files. This should be app. Hello triangle main. Compile flags pass directly to CLang. So this is what we would be doing here. wwall extra error pedantic. We got wall extra error. Okay, perfect. Ooh, no. Comma. There we go. Add include path. Currently don't have any includes. Install artifact. So I think this is, what is this? I actually don't know what this is. Is that a way to install? Is that like CMake install? Create a run step, run command, add run artifact, install run. Oh, Zig build run. Oh, cool. Oh. A run step. Run, add args, get install step. Okay, yeah, so this is almost certainly defining where we're installing the executable. So I need to find a way to tell it to put it here. Does this return something? I'll have to look that up. I really don't know. Run, depend on. Okay. So then what do I do? Zig build? This won't work because I'm not linking against Raylib or anything, but let's see what happens. Okay, something happened. No field name target instruct executable options. Well, there's autocomplete for you. What does this take? Options, executable options. So how do I create a variable? This is a great song. I like Sia. Sia? Sia? I think it's Sia. She's awesome. Resolve target optimize mode. So I need standard build add executable. That's what I need. Zig build add executable. Why does it keep saying this? Where's Zig's documentation? Root module. You can create a module with a source file. Oh, for Zig. And a target. No. What's this guy doing? Jesus. You need allocators to build your project? Okay, target, optimize. Add module exe. May need to change this to link libc. Add executable. Root module, exe module. So how do you add your source code. So is a module a target? Does not link ASAN or use build flags other than standard. Debug module. Let's try it. So they are doing this. So we create an exe module with our optimization targets, link libcpp. May need to change this to link libc for your project. Okay. Add source files. Let's try that, I guess. Zig build. Ooh, you don't like that. No field or member function named link libc. Fair. Okay. No field or member function named add C source file. This might be out of date. Because this is what I remember doing. Where do they add source files? This is all Zig. This is not build and link Zig C code. Wait, is this? Might not be doing what I think it's doing. I don't think this is. This is the Zig build system template for C++. It includes some easily toggleable strict default flags, build static. Okay, so there's a source CPP. Now, I wonder if he's including. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Build helpers get C source files. Oh, that's definitely different. Build helpers. Oh, wonder if that's part of this project. What the hell is this doing? Used to recursively fetch source files from a directory. Okay. So it's doing all of this instead of me manually writing a path. That's fine. I don't need anything that crazy right now. So get C source files is a list of files. And then what do we do with that list of files? Exe files. Add, okay. Root module.add source files. Can I not do that here? Add C source files. Or will I not be able to do this because it's const? Okay. That creates module. We specify the root module. I don't need this. Let's try that. Build, go. Found pointer expected, not a pointer. So do I do that? No field named args in struct build. God, I hope no one who knows Zig is watching me right now. I bet this is painful. So there's no B args. I mean, I don't really need this anyway. There's no commands. So you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of that. When in doubt, cut it out. Something's happening. Something's happening. We all need help. We're making progress. What's the error? Oh, okay. Perfect. This is where I was hoping to get. So now it's trying to compile main.cpp, but it can't find raylib. That makes sense. We don't have raylib. We need to tell it where it is. And it is here. It's right here. Copy path. So how do we tell Zig where header files exist? Oh, right here. Add include path b.path. Okay, I can do that. Add include path. Add include path b.path. Just like that. Is Zig a semicolon language? It is. Oh, thank God. So eventually, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to have build.zig automatically get VC package set up and configured. So then we'll be able to figure out what this path is dynamically and not have to worry about it. Okay, let's see if that works. Eventually, I'm expecting to see a linker error. Ooh, what is this? Absolute paths can cause problems, but can be created via graph.currentWorkingDirectory relative path. Ooh, it's calling me out. What in tarnations? Rude. Current working directive relative path? How the hell does it know what the... Alright. We're gonna be that way. We will copy relative path. Jerk. And then we will use, what did it say? Current. What's a What is this? Via graph dot current. How the hell do I get access to that? What is that? Don't you judge my search and replace, okay? Normally what I would do is I would just like highlight the line and then do a search and replace that way. But for whatever reason, I have not had a lot of success with VS Code's search in selection, find in selection. I used to do that all the time with Sublime Text just fine. VS Code's kind of a pain. Why is it yelling at me? I love Sublime Text. I also I'm keeping my eyes on it. I have it on my desktop here. I have Zed. Zed is right here. I'm like starting to play around with it a little bit. It even has the same theme extension I'm using in VS Code, which is why this looks very similar. Even the icons. There's just not a lot of extensions there yet, so I haven't really done much with it. But it's on my computer. All right. This is the hardest part about learning a new language, is you just don't know any of the APIs. Says it can be created via graph.current working relative path. Can I get the graph off of B? B.graph. Ooh. Wait a minute. Graph.current working. Ooh, maybe. Let's try that. Hey, there we go. Here we go, guys. Undefined symbol. Windows should close. Undefined symbol. Begin drawing. We just need to link against Raylib. That's the error I was looking for. All right. I'm sure this is easy. How do we link against a library? Add library? No, this probably isn't it. This is probably creating a library. Oh, here we go. Root module.link library. Root module.link library. I think I want to link against system library, link library, because these are all Zig libraries being created. It creates a... Okay, wait a minute. No, I can do this. So we can create a library, create a module that specifies... I don't know. This is interesting syntax. Additional flags, plus plus, debug flags, plus plus, warning flags. Link library. Link system library. I think that's what I want. Add library path, link system library. I think that's what I want. Let's try this. And then my path will be this thing. If I had a comma, does that make things easier, cleaner? Kinda. Now, the next issue I would expect to see is failure to resolve GLFW symbols. Or failure to use the API correctly. Oh, yeah. Try it again. All right, yep. So libraylib is failing to resolve GLFW destroy window. Like I thought. Let's try GLFW3. Is that what it's called? Build install lib GLFW3. Okay. We're getting close. I feel it in my bones. Damn it. Ooh. Win32. What Win32 libraries do I need to link against? Right. I don't have CMake automatically linking Windows libraries. So I have to actually figure out what libraries pull those in. I don't think I know the answer to that. Is it GDI? I'm gonna guess. We're gonna get this. I'm not looking it up. GDI 32. I don't need to ask for help. I know where I'm going. What can I say? It's like I've done this before. It might not seem like it because I'm trying a bunch of new stuff all the time. Sometimes I know what I'm doing. All right, so do we actually think this is going to run? Where did it build to, by the way? I didn't tell it to build anywhere. Zig out. Zig out. Aw, zig out. Do. All right. Boom. We now have the C++ project building with Zig. Pretty cool. Did it buy me anything? Is my life easier because of it? To be determined. How many lines versus CMake? That's gonna be tough. Let's see. So 55 lines. But to be fair, we need to be fair. This only works, and we're still using hard-coded paths, but this only works for Windows debug on the desktop. Whereas my CMake scripts that I have currently set up works for Windows, Mac, Linux, WebAssembly, and Android. So there is going to be a little bit more. But 80 lines plus the project setup of 12 lines. So what is that? 90, 100 lines, so about double. Not a good comparison yet. I am curious if I can create nested build.zig files to place these modules, because the way I'm like, for me to mentally map CMake to build.zig is each of these modules is like its own CMake list.txt. And I'm wondering if I can place this in a subfolder and then just import it back up to the root folder. I have Raylib linked twice. Maybe I wanted it linked twice. Isn't that like double the performance? Great. Now I've lost half my performance. I don't know. That gray doesn't seem as gray now. Yeah, this is awesome. So there's still a lot to do. I want it to automatically pull in VC package, automatically clone, automatically set up in the right location. Honestly, I could probably... Ooh, wait a minute. I have to think about it. Maybe I leave it the same. But we are going to need to these CMake presets here that I've done, these where is it? Is it config VC package. So stuff like this that I've set, toolchain file, the CMake flags, that kind of thing. We will have to put inside build.zig so it knows where to load VC package. Yeah. Yep. Kaville's got it. I'll need to make Zig a toolchain to put all that in. But then, like, so the idea would be is you could clone this project and choose to use CMake Ninja and then your compiler, or if you have Zig installed, that's all you need. That would be pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool. And then it goes above and beyond. Is there a way I can set this up to where if I define a set of flags, can both the CMake and Zig build systems use the same thing, so I'm not like maintaining it separately? That's probably overkill, but it's things like that that I think of. USA, USA, USA. So, talked about this a second ago, or a minute ago. Haven't decided. With Briarthorn, maybe I make it open source so that you guys can follow along. If I do go that route, I can't imagine I would accept any contribution, because my intention would still be to put it on Steam to sell. But for anyone who is savvy enough, would be available to clone and build yourself and run and do whatever you want with it. Just not commercially. I want to provide a way that you can still modify the build configurations and any non-game assets available to you to do with what you please. So I gotta think about that. See if there's any licensing or a way I can organize the project to support that. We'll see. Dal, this is how Zig's going. Boom. We done. Well, we're not done. But actually, can I do Zig? What is it? Is it Zig build run? That's cool. That's cool. I don't know. Does CMake have a way to run? I know CMake can do like, I mean, I guess technically you could write a CMake script to run your application and then target it with CMake. That would do a CMake run effectively. But yeah, we're using Zig to define our module. I mean, it's a single CPP file. This is about as simple as it gets. Actually, it's not as simple as it gets because I am still using VC package. VC package is manually or hard coded into the project. Remember what my YouTube short says: no hard coded strings if you can avoid it. This is one of those situations we could definitely avoid, right? So the next evolution to this is having build.zig automatically kickstart VC package, grab whatever the target triplet is. So I'm going to have to map platform information, platform targets to the VC package triplets. Isn't a triplet like a Star Trek thing? Is it triple? Anyway, Zig build, and I don't know what the syntax is, but it would be something like target, just like CMake presets. I would want to do like x64 Windows, for instance, and then passing this in would map to the VC package triplet, which would kickstart the VC package to build using Zig. So we do have that working. VC package will build its dependencies with the Zig compiler. Awesome. Which under the hood is just MinGW on Windows. I will want to test this out on Linux and my MacBook as well. Mac, I'll just do on my own. Linux, I have the dev container here, so we can technically kick that on and see if we can get it up and running on Linux as well. But yeah, this is currently promising. We really haven't gotten into the hard stuff yet. WebAssembly, Android, excuse me. Android would be interesting. Hopefully it just kind of works, but we'll see. I can't get rid of VC package. I love it too much. I mean, realistically, if Raylib was the only dependency, I'd probably just, I don't know, submodule it or use CMake to, what is it called? Not find package. Oh my God. Whatever it is. Fetch content. Thank you. I would just do something like that, realistically. But as I'm building software, I really like, there are some really useful C++ tools, libraries out there that I have made use of over the years, and VC package just makes it so easy to pull in and use. So that's why I can't let go of it. I can't do it. Yeah, like Dow said, you could do it that way, or not. All right, guys, I'm gonna go watch USA. Hopefully, all honesty, I just want them to play a good game. They have played so well. I've been watching since, I don't know if I should admit this aloud. I've been watching USA with my dad since '98. And this year is the best we have ever played, ever. And it sucks we have this Balogun situation hanging over our head, because I really don't want it to get in the way of the fact that we are playing like real soccer, real football. And it's so fun. So fun. So I hope we play well today, win or lose, but I hope we win. All right, guys, I'm out. See ya.